Hi, I'm Chaos, and we're going to talk about Dying Light 2. Now, I was extremely hyped for Dying Light 2. I loved the first Dying Light, but it just fell short in some areas. I want to see what actually went wrong with Dying Light 2. I mean, I've completed the game twice. It just doesn't feel the same as the first Dying Light. I've beaten the first Dying Light over 20 times. How is this game not giving me that same enjoyment? I mean, it should. It's a sequel, right? So we're going to take a little dive into what actually went wrong with Dying Light 2. Hopefully, we can actually figure out what happened and why it doesn't feel the same as the first Dying Light.
Do you like the first game or the second game better?
Right now,
It's up in
no
the
clue.
air a little bit. I haven't
Before you play
fully
the fucking
decided.
keyboard.
I guess we should start off talking about the story first. The story in the second one isn't really anything to write home about. Neither is the first one, but the second one doesn't make any sense on what you're doing and why you're there. At least the first one just said you're an employee and you have to be here, solve the issues that's going on. This one, you're there to find your sister. I don't understand why they would choose this direction for this game. I mean, you're in the post-apocalypse. Why do you think you're going to find your sister there? And it's just everything revolves around this one person. All your decisions have to lead to this person, but they just end up feeling like empty decisions anyway. I've beaten this game on both sides of the coin, and I feel like I had the same exact experience as if they just made it a linear path as you were one side. Meanwhile, the first Dying Light doesn't even give you a choice of what you should do or how you should approach things. It just tells you, you have to do this, you have to get here, you have to stop him and save us. At the end of this game, I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel like I actually got a good experience out of it. And there's multiple other things that also gave that impression, but the story definitely didn't help my overall experience with this game. I don't think it was even that good, honestly. Let's go on to one of the core things about Dying Light. It's the movement. The movement is everything in this game. Dying Light 2 does improve on the movement. I can say that. The movement feels amazing. But at times, it doesn't feel right. Sometimes when you fall, you just hit the ground and you lose all your momentum. But other times, you hit the ground, it just stops you and you can't move. How is a game this momentum driven not have good movement to keep your momentum going? It has all this amazing stuff in it. Just like a 4-foot fall, you lose all your momentum. You hold the button to do the roll and the roll doesn't activate. I don't get how they messed that up. I do have to say, I like the wing glider or the paraglider, whatever it is, and the grappling hook. That is amazing. I do like those additions. You don't really need them though. There's no sense of urgency to use that equipment. They got rid of pursuits. I mean, they didn't get rid of it, but it's not common anymore. You don't get chased by enemies during the daytime if you make a loud noise. It feels like a shell of Dying Light. Why add all this equipment to escape pursuits and all that, and you don't even need to use them? Now that I'm talking about pursuits, let's go to the combat. Now, I have a very big issue with the combat in Dying Light 2, and I'm just going to show you something real quick. I'm going to show you a comparison between the two. The first one's going to be Dying Light 2, the second one's going to be Dying Light. Just tell me what you think. Now that you've seen that, okay, why did they feel the need to add a health bar? I mean, I get Dead Island did it way back when, but that game was tailored for that. How did you go from making a game with no health bar just to make a game with a health bar and like RPG element? How did it come down to that? What was the decision-making process behind that? And they got rid of the guns in the game. Now, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you why they got rid of them. I mean, the guns have always been like a rewarding thing. If you use them to take down a big enemy, you can use them for that. I see why they get rid of them. I'll just show you the difference between using a gun in Dying Light 2 and using a gun in the first Dying Light. Now, you see, I shot that shotgun, no consequences in Dying Light 2. The reason they got rid of it is because they just didn't want the daytime pursuits. I don't feel threatened during the day. I don't feel threatened during the night. There's nothing that makes me feel threatened at night. It doesn't give me the scariness that the first Dying Light gave me, the sense of you're not safe or ever safe. I mean, when I was getting the Dying Light footage, I was getting chased by a volatile, and I was a little scared. I was a little scared, and Dying Light 2 just doesn't give me that same feeling. I don't get scared being chased by anything. It doesn't feel the same as the first Dying Light. It's just so confusing and polarizing, this game. I don't know why they made it this way. It doesn't make any sense why they did this. I played through co-op recently and I got stuck at a windmill. How did I get stuck in a windmill? There's still untextured areas in the game. I got stuck in a pillar and I couldn't escape. Why did they do this to the game? I loved Dying Light. I was so excited for this. And they spit on it. They spit on the game, and they don't want anybody to have enjoyment out of it anymore. I don't like Dying Light 2. I don't like Dying Light 2. If you made it this far and you don't feel like watching the rest, I don't like Dying Light 2. Okay? It's simple as that. Don't get it. Just don't. And don't even get me started on the fact that combat is useless in this game. You don't need to fight any zombies at all. Why did they make a game where you don't use the main part of the game? Why did they not want anybody to do the combat? And then they make everything so expensive late game. You can't buy any armor unless it's like 20 grand. You barely make any money off of selling stuff. It's just not fun at all. And they thought they did a good job too. They're releasing DLC soon. Here's how naive I was. I bought the most expensive version. It just sucked. I couldn't refund it because the prologue was 2 hours long. This game makes me angry. Seeing it fall so far from grace. Dead Island 2 is going to be around the corner soon. And that's going to be a banger, hopefully. But this game is just, it's not it. And I don't even want to say go play it because it's not worth it. It's not even worth it to play it to see if I'm right or wrong. Please don't get this game. Please, please don't get it. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you like what else I put out, subscribe. If you didn't like me slandering Dying Light 2, you can dislike it. It's fine. I'll see it, and I'll know you did it. Thanks for watching. If you want to see some proper gameplay of Dying Light, check this video out.